freely war with someone. But India does not wish to cooperate all that closely with China, but has not yet decided how to proceed. It has not criticized Russia's war with Ukraine. It continued to have problems with Pakistan, and it must manage an enormous population striving for work or higher welfare under a nationalistic governments. Europe has been divided internationally for a long time, with difference between northern and the southern Europe countries as well as older and the newer member. And there has been tension between the bloc and the countries that wish to become members but do not fulfill all the requirements. The United Nations and the Europe has not been able to agree on the border control policies or the quotas for refugees, and the accessions process for the Western Balkan countries has been too slow. Planning a step by step future enlargement would be a possibility wiser. So, the war in Ukraine could be a game changer. Europe has reacted swiftly and to an extent in a more united ways than ever before. The member countries quickly agreed that Russia was aggressor and the NATO's could not interfere directly with Russia. We don't know, still don't know that the huge NATO, why he not fight with the aggressors, why he not fight with the Russia, why directly they do not join this conflict. So we are just looking where is the NATO between the conflict of Russia and between Ukraine. But if you see the conflict of Israel and Gaza, where is a small size, like a city-sized country, and there is a main power with atomic nuclear power and some strong weapons, and the integrations of the European United countries and the United Nations ambitions, and with resources, with the heavy weapons, with the heavy aircrafts, with the heavy military, with the support of NATO, and everyone wants to join Israel with a small piece of the land. But check the hypocrisy when you see towards the Ukraine and the Russia's war and the conflict. There is no NATO that interfered directly against the aggressor Russia. That's you call hypocrisy. So while European countries will provide the other weapons or the humanitarian aid, Europe's border have been open to refugees from the Ukraine, who are free to travel wherever they wish and are quickly become the childcare facilities, schools, and the workforces. This also signals a change in overall attitude towards migrants, which could place less of emphasis on the countries of origin in the future. Do we need a leader, and if so, who could assume the role? Like some of the current problems while subsisting in the wake of the COVID-19 pandemic crisis and the war in Ukraine, but both of these crises have only accelerated the reshaping of the globalization and formation of the new world order. So Europe has assumed the central role with regarding to the Ukraine war, imposing the sanction of Russia or the providing assistance to Ukraine, which was previously not considered possible, and not directly joining the conflict due to Europe's smaller size and the lack of internal consequences. However, these new roles indeed are necessarily following the retreat of United States from its position as a sole remaining superpowers after engaging in conflicts without long-lasting reasons, and China still focusing on its self-centered agenda, including a zero COVID-19 strategies. European countries still have differing position with respect to Russia. Serbia and Hungary have, for example, refrained from the criticizing the invasion of Ukraine. And Europe offer a fast-tracked membership to Ukraine, perhaps in phases, would accelerate the aggression process and the accession process for the Western Balkans. So Europe can play a much stronger role in the new world order. It currently leads in terms of the broader welfare measures, life expectancies, ecological sustainability, and the most sustainable development goals. Russia has long disqualified itself. The United States has dropped out of advances in climate change policies and shrunk